Hey, you guys, welcome. Welcome to Them Parts. I'm Nicole, and we are live. Let me get my lighting right. Make it all scary like it goes, ooh, we're live. Hey, you guys. We're just going to talk trending topics. Um, Trending topic number one, Angie Stone died in a car crash today, I believe. Today or yesterday. Um, so sad. Rest in peace, Angie Stone. I don't know any details whatsoever. Just found out that it was a car crash. When I first saw it, it just said breaking news: Angie Stone died. And then, I kind of thought it was like natural causes or something, or maybe she's been sick and we didn't know about it. But it was actually a car crash. So that's sad. That's gone too soon, and that's just sad. I hate that. I like Angie Stone. I like her music. Remember when she was dating D'Angelo? That was. Did they have a baby together? They was together for a long time, but I don't know if they had any kids together. But people were like, because she was much older. I don't know the age difference, but she was much older than him. So it was, a different little hookup. We wasn't used to that, but D'Angelo was in love with her. He spoke on it afterward. He was in love with her. Um, so that's just sad that she's gone. I remember she was on one of the reality shows. I think it was the Divas. It was the one R. Kelly's ex was on there. Andrea Kelly was on there. Kiki Wyatt's crazy ass was on there. Um, who else was on? Eddie Murphy's ex, Nicole Murphy, who I love. I love Nicole Murphy. She's one of my top women over 40. Well, shit, over 50 now. Um, uh, Angie Stone was on that show for maybe just a half of a season or something. It wasn't necessarily a good look for her. But yeah, she passed away. So rest in peace to Angie Stone. Um, I got a list of things here to talk about, you guys. I've just been writing down, taking notes for different stuff that I've been watching and keeping up with. Omarion was on the Breakfast Club today. I didn't watch the whole thing, but Omarion is Mr. Unbothered. So it's very laid back. They ask him a lot of questions about, what does he do to stay looking good. He looks good. He's 40. Looks good. He looked a little tired, but he looked good, and they ask him what he does, to stay healthy. Does he how does he eat? What kind of foods does he eat? Does he meditate? He's like the Zen guy, Omarion is the Zen guy. So I didn't watch the whole interview. Um he's got another Millennium tour coming up. He's not doing it with B2K though. I guess he's coming out as just he's just Omarion, and um Trey Songz is on the show and Bow Wow is on the show. So that's decent. We all know what happened with him and Fizz and April Jones, which was ugly, ugly, disgusting, disgusting. And at the time, Fizz didn't give a damn. He was like, "That ain't my bro. I don't feel no ways about it." But then after April dumped him and started fucking with Dr. Dre, then he was apologizing and we're brothers, and I was wrong. And he was right to apologize and say he was wrong. So, you know, gotta give it to Fizz for that. But Omarion swore he didn't care one way or another. Okay, maybe, 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 maybe. I don't know what he felt for his baby mama. Did they get married? I don't think they got married. I don't think they got married. They were close to getting married though. I thought they were married. but maybe not. Um, Moving on. I want to talk about Ashanti and Nelly. Ashanti, I should have watched the. She was on. Ashanti was on Angie Martinez today, I believe. I believe it aired today or yesterday, but I haven't had a chance to watch it. I know Angie Martinez is going to ask her about Irv Gotti, and I'm sure Ashanti's going to say something politically correct. You know that he's a great producer, and he meant a lot to the music world, and she's you know gonna give her condolences, but like Irv said, she's never gonna admit that she was in love with him, so she more than likely was not in love with him if she won't admit that. Plus, her and Nelly are going strong. Now they got married, I believe. They got married. They got one kid and one on the way, I believe, or two kids and another one on the way, something like that. But they're going strong in their story. See, they are a couple that doubled back. They was together years ago, split, broke up. He went his way and started messing with Miss Jackson and doing the he had his reality show with her and his kids, and um Ashanti seemed to take a long hiatus, and then when she came back better than ever. Was looking beautiful, sounding wonderful, and the audience and the people were ready for her. So and Nelly was ready for her. Remember when they did the verses and he was on Fat Joe's side and she was over there with Ja Rule and Nelly basically pushed Fat Joe out the way to go across the stage to give Ashanti a hug. And we all knew that that was the beginning of them getting back together. And they've been going strong ever since. So I'm happy for them. She seems to be happy. She's always smiling. She finally got the baby that she wanted. So I'm happy for them. Next we have I don't know if I want to talk about this. But Halle Berry. We're gonna talk about Halle Berry. All right. Halle was on was it Kelly Clarkson? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what show she was on, and I only seen the clip, and I should have watched the whole damn thing before I even discussed it. But basically, Halle Berry said she was dating this guy, and things are going great. They were having a good time, and about like a month and a half in, she was feeling weird down there, and I think she described like some pussy green stuff or something. She described something crazy, and then she said she was going to, he had to drive her to the hospital because she couldn't even drive because she was so swollen down there, right down there. And so the doctor tells her she got herpes. Now that's some. She said, okay, number one, it started an argument between her and her dude because now she blaming him for giving it to her and he blaming her. But I'm just thinking like, just imagine being that dude and to finally get Halle Berry and have a great time with her for over a month and a half. And then the doctor says she got herpes? Like, what the fuck? Like, that's like the worst thing ever. But turned out she did not have herpes. And luckily, the doctor called her back like 2 hours later. So the argument didn't last long. But the doctor didn't know what she had. The doctor said, I don't know what it is. So Halle Berry did an Amanda Seals and self-diagnosed herself with dry vagina syndrome, which it sounds like she might need a second opinion because from the symptoms and the description that she gave, that is more than a dry vagina. But I'm glad it's not herpes because that is not curable. That's not fucking curable. And that would be a bad look for Halle Berry. And it's bold of her to come out and even say it. Just to tie herself with the herpes is a lot. And you know what? Pat on the back, Halle, because I don't look at her no differently. I'd kiss her right on the mouth, and I'm not even gay. Love her, love her. Um, the last thing I wanted to talk about is a little old now, but it's Serena Williams dancing, crip walking. I don't know how to crip walk, so I just bounce. Crip walking at the Super Bowl, right? So a lot of people had a lot to say about it. And I don't see what the problem is. I don't see what the problem is. But those who had the problem, like Stephen A. Smith, um, I'm gonna just throw Corey Holcomb in there. I don't even know if Corey said anything, but he always got something to say. So I'm gonna throw Corey in there. He probably said something too. She shouldn't be uh uh dance dancing to get back at her ex. That it's all about getting back at her ex. No matter what it's all about, she's dancing at the Super Bowl. That's a good look. That's a good look. So kudos to Serena. And she did her shit. She moved. She did that curve walk. And so what? If it's to step on Drake just a little bit more, give an extra middle finger to Drake, whatever. Whatever the reason is, she did it. Her husband was okay with it, as he should have been, because his wife is dancing at the Super Bowl. And that is what's important. So, I want some comments. I want some feedback. I don't have my troll today. So, my troll no face. But, them is the topics that I wanted to go over today. I got more that I can talk about, but it's a little political. And I ain't ready to delve into that yet because y'all ain't ready for that yet. Because when I go in, I'm going in. And y'all not going to want to hear what I got to say. So we'll do that on another show. I just wanted to go over hit on those few little topics. Once again, rest in peace to Angie Stone. A car crash. That's terrible. She was 63. So condolences to her and her family. Um, we talked about Ashanti and Nelly. Congratulations to them and their relationship and their kids. We talked about Omarion, the Zen God. I'm happy for him and his Millennium Tour with Bow Wow and Trey Songz. And Serena Williams dancing, Oh, we got a comment. Check this out. Snoop Crip walked at the Super Bowl and ain't no one say shit. They be so cap. Ain't that the truth? It's always a double standard. Number one. They always got something to say about Serena. They just don't like Serena. Just keep it real. Y'all don't like Serena. What's the problem? She got her a white man because the black man didn't do it right. Y'all mad about that. She changed her skin tone because y'all didn't like dark skin. Y'all mad about that. She wear wigs because y'all didn't like her nappy ass hair. Y'all mad about that. Stop hating on Serena. Good point, Gina. They didn't say shit about Snoop. They never did. But you know who's been saying a lot about Snoop? Suge Knight. That nigga been calling every podcast that he can, spilling all the beans. Spilling all the beans. He ain't shut up since he got in there. Okay? Suge Knight. This nigga, he just telling it all, but he's like piecing it out little by little. And it was some podcast that he called into, and Ray J was on there. And it seemed like Ray J was scared. Like Ray J did not know where Suge was going with this. Like, nigga, you better not say nothing about me. You know what I mean? Ray J was looking like, but Suge stayed off of him. Suge was talking about, what was he talking about? This was just, I think it was on Adam 22. I don't remember what shit was talking about. But he stayed off of Ray J. He stayed off of Ray J, which was which was a good move. Because we know Ray J knows a lot. We know Ray J knows all the secrets. And Ray J keep going on hella talk shows to talk about it. Um, and he getting his ass digging a deeper and deeper and deeper hole as he does that. But he ain't stopping. And now Suge is lightweight backing him up, I guess. Because I thought Suge was calling in to expose Ray J. But Suge was calling in to expose Snoop. Yeah. That's what Suge was talking about. He was talking about Snoop. He was talking about the way Snoop looked at Tupac on their last meeting. He said a couple of things that Snoop did behind Tupac's back. Um, Suge is just on some exposing Snoop shit right now. I don't remember what else he said about Snoop, but yeah, he stayed off of Ray J and he went in on Snoop. And Snoop has been really quiet. Now, Snoop, let me say this. Snoop was getting all soon as P. Diddy got arrested, Snoop got The Voice. What other he got the Super Bowl last year, I think. He was everywhere. He was getting all kind of commercials. He was everywhere. And I was thinking in my mind, like, oh, they got rid of Diddy. Now they putting Snoop in Diddy's place. But now Snoop done disappeared. So I don't know. I don't know. All this Illuminati, all of this conspiracy shit, some of that shit is real. Some of that shit is real. And it's coming out little by little. But I don't like the way that it's coming out. I just want to get to the bottom of it because I'm still confused on who killed Tupac. It's Gina said that sounded about right. That's funny because Suge ain't even say nothing negative about Diddy in the last documentary. He ain't said nothing negative about Diddy at all, really. He said the most that he said was whatever Diddy did, he learned it from Clive Davis. That he didn't just uh, start doing things out of nowhere, but he never really said what Diddy did. So Suge has this is the time to go in on Diddy, if any time at all, and he hasn't. He hasn't. So that says a lot to me. That's kind of part of why. Um, well, not really. I was about to say that's kind of why I defend Diddy, but no, that ain't why I defend Diddy. I ain't seen the evidence of what they're accusing him of. I've seen evidence of other stuff, but not evidence of that. And I would imagine if Suge knew something, that he'd tell it. Why not tell it now? You know, he don't like people all up in the videos, dancing and shit. So he'd expose these motherfuckers right here and right now. But he hasn't. There was something else that came out about Diddy. They dropped the case with the 13-year-old, but oh, that bitch Sarah. That bitch Sarah. That's what it was. Sarah Stokes from Making the Band filed a $60 million lawsuit. I think a civil suit against Diddy. Saying that what did she accuse him of? It's some old stuff. Stuff that he made them do during Making the Band, getting the cheesecake and all of that. I just saw that headline right before I logged on. So I don't know everything that she's saying, but I do know what the other bandmates are saying, like Freddie P is saying, yeah, he was fucking Sarah while she was married. And Young Chopper says the same thing. And basically Sarah said the same thing. Okay, because I was watching Sarah's reality show, and I don't know if this is a new show or an old show. But it do not show her in a good light. Do not show her in a good light. She has a husband and kids, and the whole show is about them basically begging her to come home. She's just wild. She's just wilding. So I don't believe shit that Sarah said. I that $60 million suit is gonna get dropped. A lot of these suits are getting dropped. I believe there was a guy who sued Diddy. That shit got dropped. Some of these things that are getting dropped is like quietly getting dropped. So we don't hear about it as big as we hear about when a motherfucker getting charged. So, you know, that's that's the thing. So you gotta kind of read in between the lines and find out about the shit yourself. No, Gina, I don't think PVD did it by himself. I guess because there's still question: Did did he have something to do with it? Did he have something to do with it? Did shit? Even some people say Suge Knight had something to do with it. But I used to think Suge Knight had something to do with it, but I don't really think that anymore. Suge Knight seemed to really care about Tupac, so I don't think he had anything to do with it. But I used to think, yeah, that was my thinking. But Keefy D, yeah, he's the one who went down for it, but um, it was a hit though, right? If he 100% did it, which he wasn't the shooter, he said, wasn't it his nephew or something like that? Like three guys in the car, the driver, the shooter, and Keefy D. But it came down from somewhere, like it was a shot called, put a hit out on Tupac. That's what I'm wondering. Like, where'd that come from? That's what I want to know. I don't know why. Oh, and Biggie's mama just died about a week ago. You know, she quietly died, and then um, they can't say Diddy had nothing to do with that. Thank God. Oh, you was talking about Diddy when you said that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And see, and I don't want to put. Yeah, I hope Diddy didn't have nothing to do with it, but it's possible, very extremely possible, extremely possible. If you read Kim Porter's book, Kim alludes to that. Kim alludes more that he had something that Diddy had something to do with Biggie's death. Oh yeah, she alludes to that. Who believes that? Who thinks that Diddy had something to do with Notorious Big getting killed in L.A.? In L.A. of all places. Why were they in L.A.? I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back. That was the shit. That was the shit. That was fucked up. I was a fan of both Tupac and Biggie at the time, and still is. And so I was hurt hearing about both of their deaths. Both of them hit me hard. That was some fucked up shit. Ah, Gina on some bullshit. Gina, Gina, who killed Whitney? Clive Davis. Clive Davis was behind Whitney, Whitney's daughter, the boyfriend, so he could have all the rights. Whitney's music is worth money. And what? Heavy D. I ain't never heard nobody being accused of killing Heavy D. Heavy D had a heart attack, right? Right. Right. I think Heavy D had a heart attack. But Whitney, yeah, that's a whole nother show because her and her daughter died the same way in a bathtub, drugged up, apparently. Poor Bobby. I feel bad for Bobby. Bobby, and he lost his son too. Nobody respects Bobby like they should, but Bobby's been through a lot. Fucking king of pop. And y'all need to recognize. They say Kim had a. You know what? You are such an instigator. They do say Kim Porter had a heart attack or something, and there was speculation Diddy that Diddy could have had something to do with Kim Porter's death, right? Why would he have something to do with Kim Porter's death? Why would he hurt Kim Porter? Okay, some people say because she was coming out with this book that was going to expose him. Number one, the first thing in the book she say is she was dating what's his name? I'll be sure. Like they were all in this group. Like not a group, I shouldn't say, but they were all trying to make it. So maybe Kim was trying to be a model. Um I'll be sure is trying to be a singer. Diddy's trying to be where whatever he can be, right? But they're all working, for this label, I guess. So they meet up every day. So Kim's dating I'll be sure. She gets pregnant by I'll be sure, and they have a baby. And then somehow Diddy takes her right from I'll be sure, takes the whole family, not just her. He took her and Quincy, made them his family. But then Kim also alluded to Diddy and I'll be sure having sexual relations, which of course I'll be sure denies. He denies it heavily, but in the book, I shouldn't say Kim said this. It says it in the book because there's argument that the book wasn't actually written by Kim because it didn't come out until after she died. So her kids, um, they deny most of everything that's in there. So, but the word around town is she was killed because this book was coming out that's exposing. I mean, the most that it exposed was some gay shit with Diddy. It was just some gay shit. Like he was having sex with, I'll be sure. He liked um ass play. He liked toys. He liked a lot of weird sexual stuff. And Kim was doing it too. She was into it too. So but she never, and he was, I think he hit her sometimes in the book. He was abusive, controlling, but no sex trafficking, no shit like that. I just saw in a documentary that Diddy and Heavy D did a promo years ago that killed like 7 college students or something like that. Just made me wonder. I don't know, Puff and Heavy knew each other like that. I didn't know they knew each other like that either. But I heard about that recently too. And they're blaming Puff for that. He was young, very young. I think like 19 or something when that happened. But they're putting all the blame on Puff because he is the one who put the show together and he didn't have enough security in place. So how did they die? I forget how they died. 7 college students died. I don't know. I forget how they died. Were they trampled or something? I don't remember. But they blame Puff because he did not have enough security in place, and it was his show, his production, and it was his duty to make sure that everything was secure. So that's true. It is his duty, but you know, he was young. He didn't know it was going to turn into the death of, 7 people. Okay, so they were trampled. I mean, that's horrible. That's horrible. But you know, they. I saw a piece of that documentary, and they blamed Diddy like he put it together like an evil villain, and let's have this show 7 people, 7 souls. We can take 7 souls, and 7 is the right number for souls to be taken too, for some reason. But yeah, I doubt if he planned it. I just think he didn't plan it well enough, like the Travis Scott show, right? Travis Scott's concert, they were acting like people was swallowed into hell. You watch some videos where people describe it like they were literally in hell, like it was so hot, so crowded, so packed, so stuffy. You couldn't breathe, and any breath you take, you can't let it out because now you're squished. All these people are just squishing you. And then there's some people who was just enjoying the show. crazy. Um, They had doors shut and people got smashed. Well, they say he oversold it, like kept selling tickets, knowing it was sold out. That's my point. He is a salesman. He's a promoter. Yes, he oversold it. That's what he does. So he's not actively thinking, well, it's going to be too many people and 7 people are going to end up dying. You're not thinking about deaths. They seem to blame Heavy D and Diddy. I only heard them blame Diddy. I only heard them blame Diddy. But this is the entertainment. It's not Heavy D is the entertainment for sure. Diddy, yeah, he does some behind the scenes stuff, but Heavy D is the entertainment. So there's no way um that they should be blaming Heavy D for 7 people getting trampled at his show. These number one, these artists are living and learning as they go. Nobody's giving them a playbook on what to do and how to do it. Shit is just getting set up and they show up. Oh, in the documentary, they blame both and both were sued. Why does that remind me of, got me thinking of the Fire Festival? Remember the Fire Festival with Ja Rule? There was a documentary on that where they're doing Fire Festival Part 2. So I wonder how that's going to turn out. And I wonder if the same guy is throwing it. And I wonder if Ja Rule is behind it too. But that was side note. That was side note. But I wonder if they had to pay. I mean, you can get sued. Did they have to pay? Did he or Heavy D? Did they have? Well, they probably paid for some funerals or whatnot, which would be decent to do. But I mean, what did they have to pay out? You know, people did lose their lives, so somebody has to get blamed, right? Somebody. Yeah, but the promo, these people, the victims felt like they weren't remorseful. I think Heavy was involved in the promo too. The victims felt like they weren't remorseful. Remorse is a big thing. People want to see you hurt about something, and you should be. When you're involved with something that ends in death, and someone else's death, especially, you should be hurt about that. People want to see that. They don't want to see you just go on with your life and uh, no, they want to see some pain. So yeah, Sue is right. I mean, if they made money off of the show, they should at least lose that they profited. So to give that to the families, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. But that's still a civil suit. So it's not a criminal. They're not being charged for anything criminally because it wasn't done intentionally, I'm sure. But they just, you live and learn. So next time you get more security and you sell less tickets and you get less of a profit. And we all learn the fucking hard way. And that's the problem. We all learn the hard way. Jenny, we need to get you on one of these shows. After the last show, you gave so much input. No Face was like, we need to get Gina's crazy ass on the show. I don't know why he called you crazy. Your responses seem reasonable to me, but he said we need to get Gina's crazy ass on the show. So we need to get you on the show on one of these shows, one of these days. Um, we would love to see you. Love your opinion. Love your comments always. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you everyone for joining. I am signing out for the night. I'm Nicole. This is Them Parts. Peace out.